So I'm just going to try leaving it in drive and see what happens. Bring it up to the RPM you want to leave at. It felt like it short shifted too soon, which it did. Traction control off, in manual mode, in first gear. Again, bring it up to about 1800 RPMs or so. Press select and go. 4.4, not too bad. Okay guys, so you've seen the clips of me doing the 0 to 60 runs, and I promised I would give a few tips. So these are the tips on how I do my 0 to 60 runs in order to get the best possible time up here on the display. First of all, what I do is I put the car into, I'll either put it into track or actually, you know, honestly it really doesn't matter. I'll usually put it into track mode, thinking that maybe the transmission shifts a little bit different, a little bit firmer in track mode. So I'll put it into track mode here, and then I'll turn the traction control off. I don't hold it down and turn the traction control completely off. I do not use launch control. Launch control will not give you the best possible 0 to 60 time. It will give you consistent 0 to 60 times without spinning, but it won't give you the best possible 0 to 60 time. So get used to using it without launch control if you want to be more so fast than consistent. You can be consistent with the automatic, makes it pretty easy without having to use launch control. So yeah, no launch control, track mode, traction control off. You don't have to put it in competition mode or anything. And then bring the car up to about 1800 RPMs, 1900 RPMs, 2000 RPMs if the surface is really sticky, maybe like a prep track or something where it feels like the car's really gonna hook. Any point above that and the tires are going to start spinning. Yeah, you have to bring it up on that RPM first. If you don't bring it up to the RPM, if you hit this select button right now saying I'm ready to do my 0 to 60 run, you know, the car's at a stop, I hit this right now, it's going to put it into timer mode, and it'll be ready to go. And then you try to bring it up to the RPM, it will kick that timer while you're trying to bring it up to the RPM, because the car has a G sensor in it. That G sensor will pick that up, any movement whatsoever, and it'll start the timer. So bring it up to the RPM before you tell the timer you're ready to start. I see so many people out there trying to do 0 to 60 runs and they just don't get this. Crap, it started, so I have to pretty much go off of idle as my only option. And that, you know, there's a way to kind of beat the little glitch here in the car. But the second one is, I guess the second main tip would be to, so I shift out of first gear at about 5,900 RPMs, and then that puts it shifting almost right at red line. And from my second to third gear, I shift about 62 to 63, and that shifts it right at red line. I found, for my personal testing, it seems to be shifting at red line is the quickest way to get this car 0 to 60. If you go too far, if you try to go any further than that, you're going to hit the rev limiter, because the transmission does not shift like rapid fire shift. You know, it's not a dual clutch, it's still an automatic. So it has a second to process, hey, he just put an input to shift the transmission, and then it's got to process and actually shift the transmission. So it's not a dual clutch where it shifts 50 RPMs later. So anyways, yeah, do those tips and then go out and practice, and you'll see your time slowly improving.